Today, we're going to talk about recovery runs. If you're a runner who skips out on these like I used to, then you're missing out on some serious benefits to your overall running development. But most of us have heard all this before, yet continue to skip out on them. So I've come up with a few ways in this video so you can make your recovery runs more beneficial and less boring to ensure you're still getting them in. Also, this video today is about recovery runs, but a lot of this information is going to apply to easy runs as well, which are similar but not the same. My first tip is to do all recovery and zone 2 training alone. At first, this seems a little counterintuitive, but it's actually more beneficial. When we do this, we can focus properly on our breathing and our running form. However, when you go running with friends or family, you're going to be talking more and not as focused. Your mouth should always remain closed during zone 2 training, and you should be able to breathe through the nose comfortably. When you can maintain nasal breathing during a run, this is a good indicator that you aren't running too fast. But I will say, if you are someone who's relatively new to running, then it's probably more beneficial to run with someone as you're just starting off. However, if you've been running for over a year like I have, and you want to start to see more improvements in your running performances, then this is the way to do it. While we're on the subject of zone 2 and breathing, a way we can make our recovery runs a little more challenging is to perform breath holds. This is basically a way of simulating high altitude training and improving our body's tolerance to carbon dioxide, as well as improving our VO2 max. And a recovery run is the best time to do this. The reason this is so beneficial is because carbon dioxide is not a waste gas like we have been led to believe. CO2 reduces hemoglobin's affinity for oxygen, causing hemoglobin to release oxygen into tissues where CO2 is produced. To really simplify it, the better your body's tolerance to carbon dioxide, the better your body becomes at utilizing oxygen. So to start, we want to wait until our body is properly warmed up. About 10 to 15 minutes into our run, we're going to exhale gently through the nose until we feel a medium to strong air shortage. The length of the breath hold can vary anywhere between 10 to 40 paces, depending on your BOLT score. After breathing has resumed, maintain nasal breathing for 1 minute until it has fully recovered, and then repeat throughout your run. I'm going to do a quick demonstration of me doing this during an easy run so you know exactly how to do it. Okay, so we're 15 minutes into the easy run and we're going to perform the first breath hold. So what we want to do is exhale through the nose and then hold our breath until we've got a medium to strong air hunger. But while we're holding our breath as well, we want to count how many paces we can do. And this is how we measure our progress and if we're getting better. So here we go. So that time I managed 12. So obviously, depending if you're going uphill or downhill, if you're on an incline or decline, it's going to vary on how many paces you can do. But you want to take the average throughout your run for how many you can get out and measure that progress on all your easy runs. And then after each breath hold, we also want to, recover with nasal breathing for 1 minute before we repeat the next one. Now, I will say, be careful when doing this. It doesn't take long to feel lightheaded when doing a breath hold while running, and you can very easily pass out while doing this, especially if you like to push it like I do. Before you do this, please consult your healthcare professional. And if you want to know more about how to effectively breathe for health and performance, then check out the books The Oxygen Advantage and Breath. Finally, we're going to talk about the best time to do a recovery run and how long they should be. It's recommended that you get your recovery run in 24 hours after your last tempo or long run, but it also needs to be before your next proper session. So it goes challenge, recover, challenge, recover. Obviously, the amount of days that people can or like to run is different. For me, I only do 3 runs a week, so my recovery run comes in between my long run and my tempo session. It doesn't make sense at first, like why would I still run while my legs are sore and body is still depleted? But once you start doing these active recovery sessions and you realize how much better your body feels afterwards, you'll make them a priority. The final thing I want to say is the distance you should be running on a recovery run shouldn't really be any further than 6 kilometers. This is how they differ from easy runs, which can be a lot longer depending on what our goal is. With recovery runs, you aren't running for distance or kudos on Strava. This is literally just to iron out all those aches and pains and to keep everything ticking over to go again. But that's everything for this video. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. Thank you.